Hey everyone, this is Mike with Flyin Miata. I have some exciting news. Project Ron is finally at that point where we're ready to send him off into the wild blue yonder, or more accurately, your garage, because now that the build process is done, Project Ron is up on Bring It Trailer right now, and you can bid to own this fine car and have him sitting in your garage and hopefully out on some local roads near you. So we wanted to talk about Project Ron a little bit because there's lots of questions about what does it all cost? What have you done to Ron? Why would I want to own this car? So we thought we'd address them in this video. Let's talk about it. Project Ron is a 2003 Miata. It's an LS, which just means that, at least from the factory, it came with a bit more fancy trim. Most of it at this point actually is not even left on the car because those kinds of items like the wheels and some of the interior bits, we've actually changed. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the things on this car, starting with the exterior. Obviously, he's burgundy. Officially, Mazda calls it garnet mica, which is this very nice metallic red color, deep red color. We do have, of course, mostly stock exterior, except we've kind of accentuated some of the things, such as gone is the original tan factory top, and we've replaced it with a nice Robbins vinyl top, of course with a defroster glass rear window. We do have, of course, our Kogeki wheels and some Toyo tires that were all part of the series as well, to exchange from the factory 16-inch wheels. These are now 15x8s. We did also replace the broken factory antenna with this nice raked shorty or stubby antenna from Miata. And beyond that, we do have some very racy vinyls. These are all of our sponsors for the series, so we thought it was only fair that they also take part in being part of a showcase on the car. Just peeking through the spokes on our Kogeki wheels is the Stage 4 big brake kit that we developed using the Wilwood two-piece rotors and Dynapros up front. And then in the back, we actually have a dual caliper setup using a hydraulic power light caliper and a mechanical parking brake style caliper. We also have our Stage 2 Fox suspension kit installed on Project Ron, which includes Fox fully adjustable coilovers and our sway bars. As well as underneath the car, some bracing is our frame rail and butterfly brace kit. Now here on the inside, this is probably going to look a lot like most other NB Miatas you've seen, and that's because it mostly is. We've just done some touches to really dial it up a little bit to make it a nicer place to be. And of course, starting off with some safety stuff, we have a roll bar installed. This is the Hard Dog Sport M2 bar. We also have these very nice reupholstered MB2 or surfboard style seats. These are catskin seats that we ordered specifically for the MB2. They fit really nicely, they feel great. They have this suede insert, so that way you're not sliding around whenever you're out on the track. Also, we have a new Cypher steering wheel. So this is, of course, also new leather. We went with the burgundy stitching on both of these to kind of match the whole theme of the build. Moving down to the center console, we do have an aftermarket Sony stereo. This does have Bluetooth, works great. I've used it quite a bit, actually. We also have a Flyin Miata shift knob built for us by Craven Speed. This center console is actually just mishmash of factory parts, so we kind of mixed and matched the different colors that we wanted to, so that way we could end up with the combo you see here. Throughout the car, we also have a new carpet kit by Miata. So all new black carpet, also some nice snazzy floor mats by Miata as well. Underneath it, you can't see it, but we do have some sound and heat insulation throughout the entire cabin provided for us by DEI. And last but not least, we do have our pedal cover kit, so that way you can get some very positive engagement and also quite a bit of wet and dry grip whenever you're doing all the really mad heel toe on the track and on the street, of course. And to give all of those slower cars behind you something pretty to look at, we have our stainless steel polished 2¼ inch muffler installed on Ron, which not only looks great, it gives Ron a little bit deeper, more aggressive note. Not too loud, perfect for the street, and of course, great on the track when you're really revving it out. Our Stage 1 turbo kit, of course, is installed on Project Ron. This makes about 70 to 75 horsepower more than the stock engine does, so it's a great way to add a little bit more oomph to your car. And this is on a stock engine. Totally stock, didn't have to open it up, you don't have to go for expensive machine work. It's a great way to make your car a lot quicker with pretty minimal effort. Over the top of the engine and the turbo, we have our shock tower brace. This is a stainless steel piece really stiffens up the chassis, connects the left and right side over the top of the gap, and of course, adds a little bit of extra engine bay bling. Moving towards the front of the engine bay here, we do have some upgraded cooling bits to talk about. We have installed our new crossflow radiator, as well as our Stage 2 airflow kit, which features a big brushless spall fan. Alongside that, we do have a new overflow. This replaces the old crusty plastic one. Still has a nice sight glass, of course. And it's a little difficult to see in this arrangement, but we do have our coolant reroute installed at the back of the engine. And you can see the hose trickling around front here to the radiator. Now, what you can't see in the engine bay here is, of course, our Level 1 Happy Meal kit. This is our high-performance clutch kit paired with a lightweight flywheel, so that way you can have plenty of holding power for this higher output engine with the turbo kit, and the lightweight flywheel means that you can rev faster and rev match, so that way heel towing is a lot more satisfying and quicker to react. And that's the highlight for our Project Ron build. Of course, I can't show you everything because that would take so long. But if you do want to see all of the things we've done with Project Ron, jump over to our YouTube channel where you can see the whole 9-part series of taking a very stock 2003 Miata and turning it into this dual duty beast. And you can get all of the details about everything that we did. You might be wondering, how can I replicate a build like this? What does it even cost? Well, fortunately, all of these parts that we used for Project Ron are off the shelf, either from Flyin Miata or from our sponsors for this build series. Now, to be able to do a car like Ron, of course, it was a relatively stock car, but the retail cost of the parts that we put on Ron to make it what it is today is a little over $21,000. So, depending on what it goes for on Bring a Trailer, you might get a hell of a deal. I don't know. Either way, if you are interested in this particular car and the more details about what we put on this car, we will have more info in the description below for you to click on and check out for yourself. And of course, don't forget, head on over to the Bring a Trailer website. We'll have that link down in the description below as well. And you can check out how the listing goes. This listing for Project Ron is live until next Thursday. That's January 18th, where the auction will end at 11:22 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want this car, or even if you just want to see where this car ends up, head on over to bringatrailer.com so that way you can check it out and follow the progress of this auction. And of course, if you have any other questions about Project Ron or what else we might recommend if you do end up with this car, give us a call, send us an email. We'd be glad to talk to you about it and of course, answer all of your questions. So thanks again for watching. We appreciate it and we will see you at the end of this auction.